Bam! Just like that. You want to... What's up? Toast to go. Bam! Just like that. Reg toast? I've had a hell of a weekend, bro. Is it the weekend? What day is it today? Yeah? Good for you. What's new in Berg's world? I got a couple crazy ass people doxing me and calling up my folks again for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of crazy people. But you know what? That's all been handled. Because I don't take things into my own hands. That's what the police are there for. I'm a very strong proponent of the police. And they have cybercrime units, and they saw everything. They've seen everything. They've heard everything. They've seen everything. And they are very strong where I live. And this is really aimed at a certain individual who lives in the Portland, Oregon area. They know it was you because you admitted it. It was you. And I have your number from you calling up several times, leaving threatening messages. They heard all of that. And let me just tell you something right now. It's not in my hands anymore. It's in the authorities' hands. I don't take anything into my own hands. No. That's what they are paid for. So you really barked up the wrong tree by calling a 90-year-old Korean War combat veteran. You really did, in threatening him. And everything was recorded. You really barked up the wrong tree, my friend. If I were you, I would be shaking in my boots right now. I would be packing up all my gear and hitting the road. You think I'm kidding around? Do I look like I'm kidding around? I never kid around. I don't mess around with anybody. You can say what you want about the Bergs, but I don't troll people. I don't dox people. I don't call people. I don't do that kind of stuff. But that's what you want to do? Well, let me just say, you barked up the wrong tree. Remember when you were a kid, you always learned one of the lessons you learned when you were a kid. Don't hit a bee's nest or a hornet's nest because they will come after you. Well, that's what you did. Because this whole household is a hornet's nest. And you done effed with the wrong household, my friend. And now those hornets are coming for you. The chickens will come home to roost. You can take that to the bank. You done messed up. You done did. Everyone is born with free will. You made your decision. You made your bed. Now you will have to sleep in it. And I am not messing around. I don't take the law in my own hands. We call the proper authorities. The proper authorities have already been called. And you, my friend, are done. You are done. That's the bottom line. If you are enjoying this great quality content, type 55. Give me a thumbs up. You are so inclined, show your love on that super chat. That's the bottom line, folks. I don't go messing around with anybody. I keep to myself. I'm a self-contained unit. I was a former Cub Scout, a former Boy Scout. I know how to live off the land. I know how to fish. I am a self-contained unit. I don't mess around with anybody. But I am a counterpuncher. You mess with me, you mess with my family. And no, I do not take the law in my own hands. That's why there's the law. That's why there are police officers. That's why there's a Justice Department. Because they are paid to do this kind of work. I don't take the law in my own hands ever, unless if somebody breaks in the house or, harms my personal property. Then I defend myself. I don't take the law in my own hands. I am a chess player. I think 3 or 4 moves ahead. Obviously, you're not. You are a checkers player. You are a Uno player. A lot of you people underestimate me. And you know what? keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. You ain't going to underestimate me anymore after you find out what's coming down on you this week, Mr. Portland boy. We are all born with free will, freedom of choice. You made your decisions. You made your choices. You made your bed. Now you will have to sleep in it. Probably in the Multnomah public jail. I think that's Portland County. What's the county in Portland? I think it's Multnomah. What is the county for Portland, Oregon?
Portland is located in Multnomah County, Oregon.
Multnomah. That's maybe where your bed will be very soon. But remember, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself, brother. You're at 39 years old. Why don't you come up the present time and get with the program and stop doing this adolescent crap that you're doing? But it's too late for that. You already did it. Measures were taken by yourself, and measures were taken by myself and my family. You have to understand, it's the basic principle, the basic property of physics, folks. For every action, for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Let me just repeat that one more time. This is the basic principle of physics. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. That means if you do something to somebody, then you can expect they're going to do it back to you. If you're standing online at the post office and you punch somebody in front of you in the head, what do you think's going to happen? Don't you think something's going to happen? For every action, there's going to be an opposite and equal reaction. Well, you think just because you're being a little adolescent teenager, calling 90-year-old Korean War veterans, and then calling again, if you don't think that there's going to be an opposite and equal reaction, then you have another thing coming, my friend. Because this is going to be a week that you will never forget. Because as Don Henley, as Glenn Fry famously penned in his 1984 song for the hit movie and for the soundtrack to the movie, Beverly Hills Cop, the heat is on, my friend. The heat is on. One more time. The heat is definitely on. Yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish are good. Matchbox 20 are good. I like Hootie and the Blowfish. Their first two albums are really good. Their first album is great, but also their second album is really good too. It's called Fairweather Johnson. Go check it out. Hootie and the Blowfish second album is really good. Yeah. Darlene Kennedy, I definitely concur with what you're saying right now. But I'm not talking about Herman right now. I'm talking about somebody else. And they know. The person who I'm talking about, they know who I'm talking about. So I just wanted to make this a quick one, folks, because it's 12:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I have things to do. Because just like Coates coming at you, I'm a night owl myself. I'm not going to go to bed for another 2 or 3 hours. But I have more things to do, folks. So, with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. The BERGS Show signing out. Good night, everybody.